Welcome in to the PBA Draft. Gary Ade, Rich Anselmo along with you. We're taking you through the first inaugural draft of the PBA. Great to have you aboard. We are brought to you in part by Wilson Sporting Goods, also by CaveTalkRadio.com. Rich, a lot of good players in this draft. You're familiar with a lot of them from your time as a scout and as a coach. Obviously, a lot of these guys are from Western New York, but plenty of people from all over the country. These guys have decorated backgrounds. Some of them are G League players, some have played overseas. It's a really deep draft, a lot of good value. When you kind of go through this, what's your initial impression as we await the first pick, which is just moments away? About 5 minutes from now, we'll get the first pick in, which is from Texas Takeover.
I think there are so many players in this draft, really good players, that you'll find value later in the first round and even some in the second.
The PBA as a first-year league, the teams coming over are coming from other leagues who already have their roster kind of set, but a lot of these teams, and Rochester, as you know very well, is very committed to improving itself as much as it possibly can. They're investing money, so the teams in this draft are adding on to an already established base from a previous league.
This will be a very, very Rochester-heavy draft. They have an opportunity to build on what they have, and they're getting great value early.
There's about 104 players drafted in this draft. So it's 2 rounds, 62 picks in the first round, 42 in the second. We're going to really focus and highlight the top 20. Rich will give you his expertise. I'll give you my 2 cents. It's the first annual PBA Draft. Again, Gary Ade, Rich Anselmo. We'll be back after this with the first pick of the draft, which again is held by the Texas Takeover. That's coming up next here on the PBA Draft.
Hi, I'm Ben, and I'm with Wilson Basketball. Today we're going to talk about the Wilson Evolution. The Evolution is the #1 selling basketball in the country, and for good reason. The first thing anybody will tell you is how good the Evolution feels. Most people can't describe it, but it's the microfiber cover that provides that great grip and that soft feel that everybody refers to. The channels share a similar texture and material as the rest of the ball, which adds to the control and that feel that everyone's talking about. The cushion core offers a softer touch around the rim. What that means is that the ball will stay on the rim a little bit longer, allowing you the opportunity to make more shots. The Evolution comes in 6 different colors, so you can match to your jersey or your own personal style. If you're looking for a game ball with the soft feel that players swear by, check out the Evolution by Wilson.
Welcome back to the PBA Draft. Gary Ade, Rich Anselmo with you, brought to you by Wilson Sporting Goods, the official game ball of the PBA. Also brought to you by CaveTalkRadio.com. Check us out every Monday through Friday, 10 to noon on CaveTalkRadio.com and the Cave Talk Radio app. So the first pick is in, Rich, and no surprise to anybody, the Texas Takeover have selected Davonte Carter, the 6'7" forward/center from Dallas, Texas, also known as Showtime. Of course, if you're familiar with him, you probably have seen him dunk before, which is quite a scene.
Oh, yes. He was heavily involved with the Dunk King show with ESPN.
Also the Globetrotters.
Yes, he played a year for them.
Nothing more Showtime than the Globetrotters.
No. And the one good thing him playing for the Globetrotters did was it helped him develop some versatility. He was strictly an inside player. Now he can go out and hit jumpers. He's a very good ball handler. He's long. He's rangy. He has great lateral quickness. And you'll see him be able to go out and guard smaller players as well as bigs.
Right pick for Texas?
Yes, it is, because he'll put people in the seats too.
Rochester, who holds the second pick, has made its selection. Mike Liabo, 6'6" guard from Florida. This is a veteran, Rich, been around a long time, and this guy is smooth. Silky smooth.
He can do everything. I thought he was the best player in this draft. He was the best player I saw at the Rochester Combine. He could play 3 positions. He could even play small forward. He rebounds very, very well for his size. He has shooting range. I think he brings so much as a veteran, as a leader, and as a winner.
How much better are they from this?
Much.
Yeah.
They are much better.
Alrighty, pick number 3 is in. The Pennsylvania Peacemakers. Gotta love that name. Select Josh Blaman, 6'3" guard from Cinnaminson, New Jersey. Rich, local guy. What have you seen in him?
He has power on his drive. He has power in his steps. He's very athletic. People will struggle guarding him. He can score. He can pull up. He can go to the rim. He plays defense. This was an excellent pick.
Pick 4 is in. The Buffalo Blaze selecting guard Maurice Benson from Michigan. Rich, this is a guy you're familiar with, similar to the last pick. A strong guard, a lot of experience, really good player for Buffalo.
He's a leader. He's a veteran. I remember him all too well from my PBL days. He can hit shots. He runs the team. He's kind of a coach on the floor type. And he just has a complete game.
Pick number 5 is in. And you have the Rochester Razors Sharks again. This time selecting 6'7" guard, forward, do-it-all player, Josu Celestine. Rich, another guy you're familiar with.
Very, very. He was incredible at the Combine. Him and Liabo looked like they had been playing together for years. They'll be a good combination. They were throwing lobs at the Combine, and the rich keep getting richer in Rochester.
I'm telling you, as we all know, this is a team that really knows how to build a roster. They've been doing it forever.
And another guy that can defend multiple positions.
There you go. Pick 6 of the PBA Draft belongs to the Hoop Goon. Gotta love the name.
I love that
Absolutely.
name.
And you know what? They drafted a guy who fits the bill for the name perfectly. 6'8" bruising front court guy from DeSoto, Texas, Terry Maston.
He is from Baylor.
Woo!
He was the 6th man of the year.
National champions right now.
He was the 6th man of the year at Baylor. He tore Canada up. In the D-League in Canada, he was a 2010 guy. He gets up the floor. He rebounds more than his position. His lateral movement is great. He's tough. He's physical. He's going to do a lot for Hoop Goon. It's a really solid pick. He's another one that's been in the G League before, and I see him going back.
Pick number 7 of the PBA Draft is in. And again, it's the Hoop Goon. Back-to-back picks. And this time a 6'1" guard from Dallas, Texas, Kyrede Fareed. Not to be confused with the Manimal, Kenneth Fareed. Not related, but a cool name nonetheless, and a very good player.
Oh, blast from the past with that nickname.
Absolutely.
I love it. This kid is 6'1" guard. He is not a natural lead guard, but he showed enough in the Combine to show that he can handle the ball, distribute some. Would I see his role being there? He could be a great bench scorer.
J.J. Barea style.
Yes.
Something like that.
Come off the bench. He can shoot. He can flat out shoot the ball. And he's got a fun game to watch. But he really did take that step to show he can be more of a combo.
With pick number 8 in the PBA Draft, the Mayward Warriors select Makari Brooks, a 6'3" guard from Chicago. Rich, I don't know a lot about this guy, but I'll tell you something. When you tell me you have a 6'3" guard from Chicago, I'm automatically thinking tough, intense, athletic, tenacious. I'm thinking all those things.
This kid can flat out score. He scored a lot overseas. When he transferred from DePaul and went to Pikeville, he took over a D2 team and went to the Elite 8 twice. And again, he's played overseas ball and can really fill up the basket. I mean, he can just throw in point after point.
Man. With the 9th pick in the PBA Draft, a familiar team, Rich, the Rochester Razors Sharks. They continue the roll just like a shark. They're eating all the good food here. They got it all going on. And now they got Colin Jones, 6'7" power forward from Michigan. Another tough, gritty city.
Oh, and this kid has ability. Think size-wise, Zion Williamson. This kid's 280 and gets up the floor.
He's got
for
a
big
shot,
guy.
too.
He does. He's a running mismatch on the floor for this team. Because of what they have in Rochester, he's still developing his game. I see him coming off the bench. I see him learning from veterans. His game is a work in progress, but he is just going to get so much better.
Yeah, and you can't teach a shot like that to a big guy like that.
Nope.
That he has a natural touch, a very fluid release. I watched some film on him. His shot is really stupendous.
And I want to see a guard get in front of him. He's going up the floor. I wouldn't want to take a charge on him.
No.
He is massive.
With the 10th pick in the PBA Draft, the Akron Aviators select 5'10" guard Jashawn Fontanez out of Pittsburgh. More Rust Belt, Rich. I'm telling you, we're going right down the Midwest. What do you make of Fontanez fitting in with this Akron team?
He's going to have to work his way in. He's a small guard and he's a natural scorer. It's going to be tough at 5'10". He can score. He threw in 19 a game in college. He's got the shot. The only thing I worry about at that size, playing a shooter's position, who does he guard?
So there you go. Jashawn Fontanez to the Akron Aviators with the 10th pick in the PBA Draft. With the 11th pick in the PBA Draft, FIRM, yes, that is the team name, they select Damian Fulp, 6'3" point guard from Alberta, Canada, north of the border, our first Canadian, Rich.
And he's played up there. He went to college at Anchorage in Alaska, so you can't get much further north.
That's true.
He has got nice size for a guard.
Yep.
6'3", he's well built. He gets up and down the floor. He is a really good defender. He can defend both guard positions, and he has enough skill to be able to play both guard positions. I can see him being used at either a point or a two, and I think he can do both pretty well. He's very versatile. And he played D1 ball in college at Anchorage.
There you go.
He has the background.
Absolutely, and I'm sure he'll be very much happy not to have to deal with the Anchorage winters anymore. There you go. So Damian Fulp, the pick here at number 11 for FIRM. With the 12th pick in the PBA Draft, the Metroplex Lightning select Vernon Lewis, power forward from Dallas, Texas, 6'7", Rich, another bruiser.
He is. He absolutely is. And he is experienced. Double-digit veteran.
Wow.
He has played overseas. He's played in the D-League. He was drafted by the Canton Charge.
Wow.
He's physical. He loves to throw his weight around. He's not afraid of contact underneath. He will teach young players how to be pros. And veterans also know the tricks.
Yes, they do.
They know what to get away with and how at this stage in their careers.
No question. So Vernon Lewis going 12 to the Metroplex Lightning, 6'7" forward from Dallas. With the 13th pick in the PBA Draft, the Maywood Warriors select Latorio Tolbert, a 6'11" center from Chicago. Rich, this is not a guy we know a whole lot about.
There's not a lot of film on him that I've been able to find. He is definitely a rim protector. He played in the Maximum Basketball League as just that. And that's what I think you'll get from him. He will block shots. He'll stay at home. He'll protect the rim.
With the 14th pick in the PBA Draft, the Rochester Razor Sharks. We've heard them once or twice. They are back on the board, and this time they are selecting 6'6" combo guard Davion Hayes out of Atlanta, Georgia.
Hayes is a nice player. He played D1 college ball. He plays hard on both ends. He can score. He can get up and down the court. He will fill a role for this team.
With the 15th pick in the PBA Draft, the Dallas-Fort Worth Just Hoops select Francisco Medva, a 6'8" forward center from Phoenix, Arizona.
He's a big man that played professionally. There's a lot of upside. He's a big, wide-body player. He's got a good frame. He's got a good game. A lot of potential here.
With the 16th pick of the PBA Draft, the Hoop Goons select 6'8" forward center Brandon Pines from Annapolis, Maryland. Rich, what can you tell us about this kid?
Really can move up and down the floor for a big, not afraid to go inside, has a very versatile game, and I think it's a really good pick.
With the 17th pick in the PBA Draft, the Texas Tribe select Reggie Miller, a 6'6" shooting guard from Irving, Texas. Well, of course, it's not that Reggie Miller, but this kid can shoot too. A lot like Reggie Miller of NBA fame, the younger Reggie Miller here from Irving, Texas, is a heck of a shooter and a good athlete.
And he can do more than Taco Bell commercials, too. He gets up and down the floor quite well.
Maybe some Wendy's commercials in there, too.
Let's get a commercial for this Reggie. Why not? We have him for the other one.
Absolutely.
He's an athlete, though.
Yeah, he is.
Seriously.
No doubt
He gets
about
up and down the floor, and his range is good. He can hit NBA level threes.
No doubt about it.
He is definitely going to help the Tribe.
With the 18th pick of the PBA Draft, the West Tennessee Heat select Jaden Hampton, a 5'11" point guard from Arkansas. One of those instant offense guys, Rich. One of those guys off the bench, gives you quick scoring, quick punch, tenacity. Really, those smaller guards tend to really galvanize their team because of just their persona. They obviously overcome a lot on a day-to-day basis to play at this level, and that rubs off in the tenacity and competitiveness on their teammates. In those limited minutes he will likely get, he's going to make an impact emotionally, if nothing else.
And at 5'11", that's what he has to do. And his background shows he can. At Penn State Wilkes-Barre, he led them in scoring. In fact, he was a league scoring leader there. Threw in almost 20 a night. It's a very good need pick for them.
With the 19th pick in the PBA Draft, the Mid-Coast Sternmen, first time on the board for them, selecting a guy you're very familiar with, Rich, Jonathan Smith, a 6'7" forward from Buffalo.
I am very familiar. I've seen him play. He played at Medaille College. He averaged 20 points and 11 rebounds a game. He's big. He's physical. He was 7th in the country in D2 in double-doubles. And he brings it every night.
With the 20th pick in the PBA Draft, the Chicago White Angels select Ishmael Smith, a 6'2" guard from Calmay Park, Illinois.
I've talked to people in the ABA, and they said he can get up and down the floor. He can score. He has some ability. And again, it's a hometown pick. It's someone they won't have to worry about, can they get him in from somewhere? He steps right in, and he plays there. He's available to them. And what do they always say? The best ability is availability.
There you go. So that rounds out the top 20 of the PBA Draft, with Chicago taking Ishmael Smith, a 6'2" guard from the Illinois area as well. We want to thank once again our sponsors. We are thanking Wilson Sporting Goods, the official ball of the PBA, as well as CaveTalkRadio.com. For Rich Anselmo, I'm Gary Ade. We hope you've enjoyed this production of the PBA Draft here on PBATV. For Rich Anselmo, I'm Gary Ade saying so long, and we'll see you when the season tips off in just a couple of weeks on May 1st.
This presentation of the Pro Basketball Association is presented by our sponsors. Benitez International Academy. Reach higher, no limits. With Benitez International Academy. Wilson Sporting Goods, the official basketball of the PBA. And Grip Spritz. Court traction is important. No licking, just sticking. With Grip Spritz.